Welcome to today's short reviews. Doing another book, doing Jim Thompson's The Killer Inside Me. This book's a trip. I first heard about this book by buying another book, which was, I think, the 500 Essential Cult Books, I think. So I'd cruise through that just reading for interesting stuff, of seeing, what would be kind of perk my ears up, if you will. Just some stuff. I always like the darker stuff here. This book, written 1952, this book crawled so American Psycho could walk, for sure. The other thing that got me really interested in wanting to read it was Stanley Kubrick, one of my favorite filmmakers of all time, if not the, was a huge fan of this book. So much so that he'd enlist Thompson to later go on and write Paths of Glory, the famous war flick from Kubrick, and The Killing, famous heist movie from Kubrick. So like I said, The Killer Inside Me, my American Psycho reference, goes right into it pretty heavy. Bret Easton Ellis had to have been a fan of this in order to work American Psycho out. Same type of deal, except Lou Ford is like a deputy sheriff in a small town who's our main character. We follow him around, and it's just a twisted tale, and it's kind of in his head, and just trying to figure out ways around. And did I say too much? I gotta play a certain part. I don't like to give away too many spoilers with these reviews, because I would like people to go out and find this stuff. But whether it's a book, a movie, an album, whatever we may get into in the future, I definitely think people should step out and dive in themselves, and I don't want to ruin the experience for them. But very American Sniper vibe, for sure. Talks about the sickness. He had the sickness, like Patrick Bateman, of course, you know what I mean? And it's just kind of a psychopath. It's kind of like the inner workings of a psychopath that's trying to not be caught, not to let people know that he's not normal, that he's this monster behind the scenes, but he takes the audience along with him on this journey, and he lets you know about the sickness and his issues, but it's all a scramble that other people don't find out. Highly recommend, if you like American Psycho, definitely peep this. In 1952, so it's kind of dated, but you could get the vibe for sure.